It's the 90s, ladies. Everyone's dad is gay. Hi, I'm Ariel Italic.
I'm the inner child of Chris Jericho who's just trying to figure out the world and how to dress.
And I'm the society Chris Jericho lives in.
And you're watching Nobody's Watching Wrestling.
Whoa, that was a theme song.
This whole thing was 5 hours long, and we are not going to talk about all of it. But we are going to talk about Ospreay versus Ibushi.
The handsome boy match.
So handsome. I just pretended they were fighting over me.
Oh.
I have had many Twitter exchanges, and by many I mean one, with Will
you're
Ospreay.
at like number 3.
Really?
Yeah, I remember 2 distinct other times.
Hi, Will. How you doing?
Will.
Ospreay came out first.
Yes, Will first.
He had his usual coat. It did not match his pants.
He looked like Assassin's Creed on St. Patrick's Day.
His pants look like an Irish bar in Times Square.
Didn't love it. I wanted to love it. I want to love you. Let me love you.
They gotta stop with the cosplay stuff, except for that one picture of Ariel Monroe as Storm.
The rest of it doesn't work. Everyone, are you listening? Everyone, America and Japan.
Facts
I'm gonna
facts.
I'm gonna need you all to stop cosplaying unless you are going to Comic-Con. Otherwise, quit it.
But then Kota Ibushi popped out of the ground.
Oh, he full Michelle Williams'd into the place.
It was Michelle, not Kelly?
All 3 men. No,
I thought it was Kelly.
He was all 3 members of Destiny's Child.
Well, I love the trunk cut that he wears.
So
I have to
good.
put my beverage down for this. Because it's not like a high 80s panty and it's not like a full boxer brief. It's just that tiny little trunk. Like he went to the Victoria's Secret boycott that they were doing in the early 2000s. Great color scheme. It's just the right panty for the right man.
I just kept staring at his skin.
He has such good skin.
What about there's a lot of skin exposed. You're going to need to be more specific.
He just has very nice skin.
I'll agree to that.
He looks moisturized.
But they really need a better dental plan over there.
Oh.
She's hydrated. She's pretty. She has hair that
hair is not hydrated.
Fashionable somewhere.
In
not
Japan.
Here.
2001.
I liked when I think
the
it
Midwest.
was I think it was Don Callis on the announce table was just like, all the girls are going to be so sad when he breaks his nose in this match, and I was like, girls?
Like, I mean, everybody. That face is for everybody. We should talk about the actual match.
I kept thinking you must have loved it.
I did. You know, there are a lot of things that I liked about it. I did want to call out that Will Ospreay is a good actor.
Yes.
And I feel like that's an important component of wrestling that often gets overlooked.
Yes.
More on that in every other one of the matches we talk about today. Will Ospreay sells really well.
Yeah, he's good at that dog and duck hunt, like, oh.
And then there's also all the great flippies.
There was a couple times I was worried about his life during some of those.
That's my favorite part about Will Ospreay is that he truly wants to die for art. And he has tweeted about how everyone is like, you're going to die doing this. And he's like, I literally don't care.
I don't want him to die.
I don't want him to die, but it'll be a real blaze of glory.
I'm just really concerned about what they're going to bury him in. Like, is it going to be those pants? Will, pick a new ring gear before you die. That's all I ask. There was a full blood face moment from Ibushi. His mouth was bleeding, and you know how I hate that.
Whatever, grow up.
I am older than everyone in this room.
Kota just knows that he's a really generous co-dancer, and he knows that Will Ospreay just wants to die for art, so he was going to help him along the way and inspire him.
Whatever finisher he is using right now, that shit looks tough. Like, keep doing that. Fuck, that looked brutal. And Kota Ibushi did have a real concussion after this match. It was not serious, but like, I don't know if that finisher was the thing that did it. If it is, I don't care. Keep using it.
Well,
I care.
Yeah, don't concuss your friends.
Don't concuss your friends, but damn, that shit looked real.
I'll just cut out what I wrote about the stretcher moment being a carry then.
It was such a perfect wrestling match because there was moments of like intense grace and like, you know, like beautiful aerial stunts, and then moments of real true brutality.
This was my favorite of the night by a long shot.
By far.
The second one we're going to talk about is Zack Sabre Jr. versus Ishii. Zack Sabre Jr. did not tuck for this match. First thing I noticed.
I'd like to see Senior.
His Paul Heyman needs a makeover. Like, whoa. Fix
what
it.
I do know is my Comic-Con look for this year is going to be Zack Sabre as a backpack. Because he was just like being carried around that ring.
That's why Ishii walks like he has back problems, apparently. Like, right from the get-go, the runway walk from Ishii, it was like he had slept funny and then woken up 10 seconds earlier.
Or
He's
maybe
like, he walks like a grandpa.
Yeah.
a grandpa.
With who needs a brace that he's not currently wearing.
They did this one shot of ZSJ when he was walking in where they just zoomed in on his face, and he is just very handsome, and I legitimately swooned like a crazy person.
He is, just to be very extra, the submission master, which, like, girl,
Prove it.
you don't look like a submission master. You're one of those boys who's like 19 and doesn't know that he's a bottom yet, and he's like, I'm a total top. The next match that we're going to talk about is not a match that we're actually going to talk about. We just want to discuss outfits for Juice Robinson. I am viscerally angry that I have to talk about Juice Robinson's pants.
They were one of the worst things I've ever seen in my entire life. I don't know what else to say.
I'm mad about it. Next up, Jay White versus Okada. I know that you love Okada's look. I don't know why.
So the jacket is just like so ornate and intricate, and like the detailing on it is so intense and like complicated, and it's just so big and like strange and stiff, and there's so many patterns.
No, you're wrong. It's still bad. Jay White.
You look like the king of like the universe that Asuka lives in, where she's now out training to like one day defeat that king.
Yeah, see, you get it.
Jay White is wearing white.
Yeah.
So sure, but he has the red cuts. I was fine with it.
Those pants are awful. How about if you defeat someone, you put a notch in your pants? We don't know where those notches came from. They were pre-developed.
I was more offended by his bad dye job.
He looks like that middle schooler who just does not wash their hair.
Yeah.
He just has weird, like, 8th grade face.
And just like his hair is sort of wet and dry simultaneously.
I just can't figure it out.
It's interesting from a scientific standpoint.
I have heard that we have entered 2019. This is just the beginning.
Our
the
camera guys
genesis.
just like toasted to that. They literally just both lifted up their drinks to celebrate that.
Miss you, Drew.
Anyway, this match did not excite me.
I liked it in the moment, but now that we're talking about it, I can remember not a single thing about it.
Why are they even in the same world? It doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, they kind of feel like they're from different video games.
But that's just how wrestling works. Everyone's from a different video game. Like,
sometimes.
It is mostly a Kingdom Hearts situation.
I did have in my notes that Jay White tried to cheat with a chair, and it didn't even work. And that was sort of like the whole match in a nutshell for me. I was like, we sort of almost tried something, but in the end, still nothing happened.
I can't remember it at all.
But Jay White did win, which
Yes,
felt
I did remember that.
weird. Even to me, I was like, it was another one that I was like, but what? Why? Nothing. Why? Why? All of the whole match. Why? Jay White versus Okada. Why? The end. Naito versus Jericho. Immediately upon Jericho's like face showing up, I pulled out my phone and Googled how old is Chris Jericho.
48.
I was humiliated for him for the entirety of this match.
That jacket was really nice. The makeup could be better.
It literally could not be worse.
I was so excited that he was almost 50 because I wanted you to do your impression of Molly Shannon.
I like to kick and stretch and kick. I'm 50. Someone on Twitter asked
That's your
about
snatch game.
Someone on Twitter asked about all the impersonations that I do, and I was like, I've done like 6 impersonations on this show, and I'm good at none of them. I have yet to nail a single impersonation, but I just keep trying. Like Chris Jericho keeps trying looks and never gonna get one right.
I never got to express
wanna
myself
body
as a
shame
child, and now here I am.
I don't even want to say midlife crisis, because when you're a 48-year-old wrestler, there's like maybe 6 months left.
It's called
You
an
need-
end-of-life crisis.
You
Yeah.
need to find that goth girl who knows how to do her makeup quick.
There's like all the goth girls
Yeah.
know how to do their makeup. Just any goth girl.
Naito, bad hair, bad suit, bad Erathang.
I don't know why it works for me, but
I mean, that Rachel works pretty good. It's a pretty good Rachel. If you're going to do a Rachel, that's the Rachel you want to do.
The Rachel that died in a fire.
the
Great.
Naito Rachel.
Here's the thing. Now that we have actually watched a full death match, which I, by the way, hated, but having seen that, these no DQ matches no longer seem like that big a deal.
I feel like once again you are criticizing wrestling for being fake.
I'm criticizing it for not being exciting. And I can do that. It just felt like a lot of setup. It's like if Monet Exchange had done the fake jump split, but then not done a real jump split afterwards. That's what this is.
I see what you're saying, though, because I do think there is, like, I was thinking about this during the match, too. Like, I don't really like hardcore matches in the WWE or, like, even, like, a no DQ match here because, like, it's just the kind of thing that doesn't work in a stadium. Like, a death match in real life in a real scum bar is like, damn, like, this is fucking crazy.
What they're both saying is if you can't do it like ECW did it on a public level, bye.
Yeah, this didn't wow me.
But I had fun during this, though, despite feeling that way. Jericho can still move a little bit.
He should stop before he can't move anymore. Jericho, go find a bed.
He just got signed to AEW today, so Miss Jericho ain't going nowhere.
Sweetie.
Jericho.
No. Girl. Sweetie. Girl.
Jericho is one of the, like, he just has like a decades-long character that he understands in like a lot of different dimensions, and this is just a very like specific iteration of that character. And I think it's, you know, I think he knows what he's doing, and he's pretty smart, but you just don't agree at all.
I just feel like he has like a real Napoleon Dynamite thing where he's just doing the same facial expression for everything. He has like a smug thing. Like, I can just see the clipboard in his hand even though he doesn't have it anymore. He is no Gia Gunn. Now that's a heel.
Gia Gunn is my favorite heel in wrestling.
Yeah, she should be everyone's manager.
Yeah.
Final match, Tanahashi versus Kenny Omega. My first note about Tanahashi's look, my only note actually, is I don't like it, but I respect it.
See, you respect this, but you don't respect Okada?
That's right.
They seem very similar in, like, aesthetic to me.
I don't like Okada's look, and I don't know what to tell you.
Whoa. Confidence.
Kenny Omega, no. Like, there are so many bold choices, and every one of them is wrong.
Here's what lost me. I was like, the video game thing, cool, whatever, you're a nerd. Like, the weird Final Fantasy armor, cool, whatever, you're a nerd. And then you turn, and then there's this stupid, like child's toy sword, and I'm like, I no longer take you seriously. You've broken me, and now you look like a silly child.
Yeah, none of it was good.
If the sword would have been filled with bubbles, would have been better.
Weirdly, yes, but also worse. I mean,
I think yes.
I don't think you should do it. Like, you can do better than even that, but that would, I guess, have been an improvement.
Make sure you buy the good bubbles if you do it, though.
Or maybe just, like, not this realm at all. Like, it just seems like this is not working for you. Also, your dye job is not working for you.
I liked the color scheme.
I don't think it was an intentional scheme. I think it was just like a splotchy mess. One of the colors was black, another was gray,
Yep.
Another might not have
That's
a
it.
name yet.
Rolling Stone said it was cute.
I liked it.
Then this match happened. It was 35 minutes long.
Oh my god, that's all you care about.
It's a long time to ask me to care about something.
She's right. 30 minutes, a match, no.
I love a 30-minute match.
Why? No, why?
Because it lets you tell a whole story. Kenny has been driven mad by arrogance and, like, believes he's on some kind of fantastical journey towards stardom. And Tanahashi is, like, this older statesman who's, like, regal, and people question whether he can still do it. And he can because of his grit and power and inner strength. And then that's told through the wrestling.
That was told in the video package beforehand. What was in the wrestling?
No, because there's so many moments where, like, Kenny is just hitting him over and over and over again with a V-trigger and just, like, cruelly trying to get him to knock out. And he just won't go down because of how much toughness he has. So it shows that he's, like, coming from a place of power and, like, ultimate strength to take down this arrogant young foreigner.
Did somebody get possessed by Satan?
Me. Apparently. I don't care for this, so apparently I'm the devil. You all saw it coming. Heel turn.
And verse.
The story ends with Tanahashi winning.
Yes.
What's the moral of the story?
The moral of the story is you're a baby queen until somebody tells you otherwise.
It's a new year, but we have the same sponsor, so please support Black Phoenix Alchemy Lab as much as they support us. And support us directly. We have a Patreon link down below. Thank you so much. I'm
Thank you.
at Ariel Italic at all the places, including Venmo. Support me personally.
I'm at the Lady Baraka, including Venmo.
I want to change my DJ name, but it's too late.
It's too late for everything. 2018 is done. We're all dead. Bye.
Poopy, poopy, poopy. I'm a little girl. I'm a little girl. I forgot to mention that Chris Jericho's inner child is that girl from the Poltergeist. It's not a scene, it's behind the scenes when she died in a puddle from pneumonia.
Berica, did you go back to 2017? What happened? Why aren't you here?
Carol Ann.
Help.
Lady Jericho.